Hello and welcome to Conny Decorates, and of course with heart. We are fully in the pre-Christmas spirit today, and we have a few quick decoration ideas for you, 3 in total. I would say we are upcycling pine cones. Here we have larch cones, simply decorated with a bit of cinnamon stick. Then we also have pine cones, and in the back I have some larch cones that are slightly gilded. Everything is natural, and each decoration is a bit different and dear. Friends, if you want to know how this works, just stay tuned, because we will show you now. These are great ideas for small gifts or table decorations, especially since they are smaller items, perfect for when you don't have much space, or if you have a smaller table where you want to place a decoration. I believe this is exactly the right video for today. And we are not presenting those things right now. We are also, as you probably have seen now, I think for the first time in almost a year, right, Micha? We are back up here in this filming room. The cats and Sophie are always here too, of course, and it's just too cold. That's why we've just dragged in everything we could get our hands on. And of course, it's natural again. I would say, let's just get started. For the first gift idea, you can use any container you have. A wooden disc, a small bowl would actually be optimal. Sometimes you also have small Christmas bowls, but I have this one here now. We have a small trophy, and we actually have some of those at Elke's farm. However, I need to mention that we will be closing the website for a few days, but I would say it will be in January, Micha, because the calendars are still available. We are going to update the website at Elke's farm a bit, including the decoration items, and I will be back at Elke's farm starting January 4th, as it was still closed. But we are doing inventory, cleaning, and new decorations, and then I will also be available, and of course we will also ship. But as I said, this is also great for outdoor use, a zinc bowl, and I just want to finish it today with completely natural materials. And then I simply take our larch branches, and now I take these larch branches, which are not quite as fine, but I will just try to use the binding wire here. I can't advertise the first one, I usually do that. But here, they also need to be used up, and that's why I will just carefully check again that I can connect them together. Now I'll add the third one here. How can I connect them super well together? So a really great ring, a wreath. We have a completely natural wreath. This is the diameter. I have to say, it has frozen so much that the branches are relatively dry. And that's of course super difficult to bind them. And I have a little spray adhesive here now. You can. I also have pot glue here, which can be used as well. And I really just want to lightly apply a bit of gold to my pine cones. I'm really just adding a very light shimmer. And now I'm going to add some gold to it. Just setting some highlights. I have this glitter here. I don't even know where I bought it. Maybe at a hardware store. I find it very beautiful in terms of glitter. We also have a lot from Laura back when she did makeup, all different colors. You can also use food powder, which I just made for cookies. That's great too. But this is very expressive. And since we are only using natural materials now, I think it's fine to do this. And now I'm going to get the moss. It's relatively frozen, and I hope it has thawed a bit. You can now also use Oasis Fix to secure it. I'm not doing that because I still have it in the shed. I'm a bit lazy, and I just put the frozen moss in the bowl here, a little. And also on the sides, I need to see if I can break off a little more. Here, I will just take another look at it. So, insert it like this, then take your wreath, branches or whatever you have, and I will now carefully place it here. You can actually just set it on top. That will hold as well, but you can also secure it with pin holders. I would say to fix it on two sides. If you don't have pin holders, just quickly bend a small U shape with wire and insert it here. I have now applied Oasis Fix, but I just used hot glue to stick it onto the pomegranate. I made a pin holder and am now simply placing it on top of the moss. Since this is supposed to be a winter decoration, I don't want to add any more Christmas stars or anything like that. I will just add a little bit. I still have this other moss which has various shades of green. I can show that quickly. Here I have the plate, and there are always some small lichens with it. At Hofvulkers, we always have bags with these different tones inside, and I will just stick this in the gaps here again. You can also secure it a bit more with pin holders, just poke them in, and then they can stick out a little on the side. I also have this candle which has gold on it, and I kept it from last year. I just stick it in the top of the pomegranate, and that's all I want. We have a pomegranate, a few cones, moss, a bowl or dish, and that's just wonderful. For the next decoration, look, Micha was so kind and brought me these thick branches here, and now I will take the thicker branches here, which is perfect. But unfortunately, I don't have any. Red dogwood is wonderful, especially during the Christmas season, and you can really use it perfectly. Just look at how many cones are on it. And I think I will definitely get a branch here, and I actually like it quite significantly more because it goes just a little bit upwards. I will first fix it securely in the middle with wire. Now that I have fixed these moss branches as well as others mentioned before, as you know, I said earlier, you can also use birch twigs or other types of branches. However, personally speaking, always find fruit tree branches, especially those from apple trees, really nice and knobby, which makes them optimal choices indeed. I would now very much like to include some cinnamon sticks, which are also available for your candle within this Advent arrangement into our decoration plan. I shall place 3 of them right over here. Having made 3 additional cinnamon sticks too, I've laid each one across similarly. This setup looks truly beautiful. It holds wonderfully tight with wiring, and we simply pull through center, then cut off neatly. Then everything holds perfectly fine again. Decided upon red once more, since still possess these lovely vibrant red candles. Wherever there's currently any visible wire present now, just gently lay ribbon around. I make a knot up here and just trim away the rest. If you have clips for your Christmas tree where you can put on a candle, I think that's really nice to simply stick your candle into those clips up there. But unfortunately, I don't have that option available. However, what I do possess are these rusty plugs. And indeed, I can definitely use them right here. I've placed a plug in this spot because this particular candle matches with my ribbon so well. Look over here. It also has such great utility. What I'm doing now isn't much more than before, as mentioned earlier. I still have some pine branches which we cut back then, and I'm going to stick them everywhere now, and presently, in this specific pine branch, we insert it right in there. Look at how wonderfully it goes upwards. It feels absolutely great alongside large branches within our arrangement. You may press slightly as desired. I'm planning on putting several smaller branches inside currently, and thus the second decoration idea concludes successfully. Now moving on to our third decorative concept. I intend utilizing hot glue extensively today, since possessing numerous tree slices allows me such luxury to fixate cones securely herein. Allow time for drying process before applying hot glue upon subsequent cone placement next thereto, and ahead of same, a smaller cone shall be positioned up front accordingly, that requires patience due extended drying period. But meanwhile, as aforementioned, I'll take moss pieces merely sticking between gaps below, while holding cones firmly intact therein. Now regarding candles usage, employing minimal aluminum foil ensures careful handling throughout. We also have candles from Roof Oelkers, and I always take ones with fire protection. They have an aluminum coating at the bottom, which I find a bit safer. And I will now start with the candle here with my wax, here in my cookie mold. I had just baked cookies with my grandchild, and we have a whole bag of them. So many that we can't even use them all. And I thought, let's just make a small gift, and I will now put the wax into the mold. I am taking the wick from the tea light here. I actually bought a lot of wicks, but I can't find them, so I just took the wick out of the tea light. And I will place it here in the middle now. I had put a small layer in the bottom before and am now letting it drip in here. Micha just asked why I'm not doing it hot. We've done this before in a water bath, just placing a small bowl in hot water. But since I'm only making this one candle now, it goes just as quickly. And it drips super fast, so I'm doing it this way. It was done in no time. Beautifully filled, and we will now wait a little moment until it is dry, and then this will be added to our cones. These were our 3 super quick, simple, natural decoration ideas. And yes, they all burn. I think they are really great. I also find this here super. Now together with the tray, it looks absolutely beautiful. I really like it. And if you still have some leftover natural materials, maybe you got a little idea today, and you might be able to create a few small gift ideas. Dear ones, if we were able to inspire you today, we would of course be very happy about a thumbs up. You know that. So dear ones, we hope to see you exactly when, on Friday, we have the last table decoration. It's my birthday, and we would be happy if you could join us. Until then, please stay healthy, feel hugged, your Conny and your Micha, your cameraman. Exactly, dear ones. See you later, and feel free to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. Bye.